What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel. This one, Reddit was blowing up over the past 12 hours because there was actual footage of a keeper chanting and dropping a film reel. Well, this is now believed to be one of the first Easter egg steps, and whether it is actual steps or just sets up some backstory for the actual zombie storyline, we don't know exactly just yet, but regardless, it opens up a decent bit of info where we can go with this, and it's definitely something intriguing here. So that said, drop a like down below if you guys do enjoy it. It really does help push the video out there, and if you guys are new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing and also keep your eyes open. We're gonna be streaming here in a little bit. But all that said and out of the way, let's get a little guide here for you guys on how to do this. This is something you can do solo or multiplayer, and it does not require you to have any of the other Easter eggs completed. I don't have all the Easter eggs completed within Black Ops 3, and this was still an available step for me, so it should be available for all you guys first. Now, if this is any consolation, I did shoot the graves before the match started, or rather when it started, in the order of which they died, so that I got the flaming tombstones, but I don't necessarily think that that is a needed first thing to do here. I'm pretty sure that you can do this without it, but regardless, maybe just do it just in case. But the first thing that you want to do is make sure you have all the parts for the Keeper Protector. We have a guide on how to get that up on my channel if you guys have missed that, or if you guys don't know how to put that together. That's the first and main thing here that you need with it. Once you do that, you're going to need to actually buy the Keeper Protector with it, and when you do that, then it comes down to if you know which landing pad has the Apothecon text for consume on it, or just your plain luck. I personally wasn't looking for it. I was trying to dodge zombies while doing so I didn't really look for consume. I just went lander to lander and eventually got one right. So the same thing can apply here for you as well. It is something that if you know where it is, it does help out, but if not, it doesn't take too long to just jump from lander to lander. Once you do that, though, you're going to need to defend the Keeper because he turns around, looks at the lander, and starts chanting and doing a somewhat ritual, if you want to call it that. So you're going to need to then defend the Keeper for about a round to a round and a half in terms of the gameplay. Now, in all honesty, it didn't seem like you had to do too much, or at least in my specific case, I didn't. I might have gotten a little glitch here with it, but as you can see in some of the gameplay, you can see that the zombies are just piling up at the bottom of Shangri-La's lander, but there was a Margwa in the lander actually with the Keeper, so it did make it a little tough to get that guy out of there because his back was to me half the time. So once he pivoted, I had to take some shots at his heads and kind of explode him there. But in retrospect, I don't know just how much you need to really protect, but it is something that you want to make sure that you do it. You want to keep these zombies off them as long as possible if they do start to go at the Keeper. The Keeper seemed to have a lot of health, so I wouldn't be too paranoid about not being able to complete it. If you need to duck out of some places for cover to regen some health, that you can probably do, but moral of the story, just make sure it is protected here, and once you do that, it'll finally then go through the entire ritual process. The entire chanting process will be done, and once it is, the Keeper will then disappear and then leave you with a film reel on the ground of where he's standing. In my case, it didn't show up necessarily 100%, and I just went over holding square over top of where he was, and I picked it up. Once you pick it up, when you see it, or if you don't, you'll know that you did it because you get an audio cue from your character mentioning that they need something to play this with, this audio reel that they just picked up.
Recording of audio is but first step on long road to redemption. Anyone have player of audio?
The community thought this was going to be a film reel that you had to place into the projector on Kino, but that's actually not the case. It's actually located in Nocturne Toten, right up on the second story, across from the power as well as Juggernog, and if you go over to it, you'll be able to see it's an incomplete radio. All you have to do is hold square on that, and then it will then finish building the radio and then start playing it. Now, I do apologize, firstly, for the zombie in the background. I did my best to try and get him as quiet in the audio mix as possible, but it did sometimes conflict with it, so I'll have the subtitles up for you guys if you need to check it out. But regardless, this is the audio, so hopefully this tutorial helped you guys out, and if it did, make sure you drop a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new, and with that said, my name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and enjoy the Easter egg audio.
After many weeks of failure and frustration, Dr. MAXIS finally achieves the breakthrough he had been searching for. The results were immediate and startling. In the case of Subject 2-6, his instances of violent outburst were non-existent. His docility appeared. Permanent. Unfortunately, while we prepared to implement the treatment on the other subjects, there was an incident. During his field test this morning, Subject 2-6 attacked a handler. 2-6 and the handler were both destroyed. MAXIS believes Subject 26 only attacked the handler. He does not know I was attacked as well. I have observed a developing pattern of high fevers and cold sweats. My thoughts are erratic. My relationship with Ludwig is complicated. I fear I cannot keep this secret from him for long.